Hello everybody. So in this video I want to go dive a little bit deeper into the new scorecard for the General Work Visa and Critical Skills, which was published and released yesterday. So we're taping this early October 2024. As already said in one of our other videos, in principle it's a very, very good development. I looked at the scorecard now in detail, and you will find a link in the video obviously to a blog article showing you the scorecard. But basically there are now two possible ways really I see, unless you obviously if you belong into the critical skills list, you already qualify, you have 100 points, right? So that's beside the point. And if you work for a TES company, Trusted Employer Scheme company, you also get 20 points extra, so that helps. But I just want to really make the video for the majority of viewers, which is, who are not working for a TES registered company. So I see two main pathways, and that's the one is you always need to start with your NQF level, okay? So if your NQF level from SAQA established is 9 and 10, that's master's degree and PhD, 10 is PhD, then you're already quite far, and then you need to have an offer of employment paying you at least 651,000 Rand or above, okay? And you should have at least 5 years of relevant work experience. So let me repeat that. NQF level 9 and 10, master's degree and higher, minimum salary 651,000 and at least 5 years of work experience. Assuming that you speak English, you're in. That's the 100 points. Okay, so that's one way. If you have an NQF level of 7 and 8, so that would be bachelor degree, honors degree, then you need to earn 977,000 Rand and more, so let's make it 1 million. So your salary needs to be higher than 1 million Rand, and you again can have 5 to 10 years work experience. If you have more, great, but it doesn't make a difference to reaching the 100 points really, assuming you speak English. Okay, if you have more than 10 years experience, then strictly speaking, you don't even have to speak English or any of our official languages, but I think that's very, very unlikely in practice. So these are the two pathways. So really, in essence, if you have an NQF level of 6, which is a diploma, you're not going to make it. Okay, so there's no way, unless you work for a trusted employer, there's no way, even with a very high salary and lots of years of experience, you can make it. So bachelor degree is the minimum. So I don't see any problem with that. I've really only praise for the scorecard. I think it's simple. There's even a tool there. I said that in another video, etc. I do have, however, one or two other questions, obviously. So the scorecard says proficiency or proficient in at least one official language. It's not clear how you prove that. They don't require language tests. What, your CV's in English and the letters in English? I don't know. How do they test that? Do they do it at the interview? That's going to be a lot of discretion there. So what is proficient, right? So that's my first question. My other question is a bit different, and now it becomes quite technically, so please bear with me. So as a lawyer, when I read yesterday the regulations published, I was thinking, well, they have a nice scorecard now, but they haven't waived the Department of Labor letter as legally, right? It implies that it's not required anymore, but they haven't waived it. Until we looked actually at the Home Affairs website, and the new minister has actually published quite a few documents under yesterday's dates, 9th of October. And among that, there is a waiver for General Work Visa, waiving explicitly, and that's point number 4 in the waiver, the Department of Labor letter. So if you always now ask yourself, well, where's the waiver of the Department of Labor? It's there. You must find the waiver. It's waived. There is no Department of Labor involvement anymore for general work or critical skills. Well, it wasn't existing before, but critical skills anyway. But importantly, in point number 5, there is an option now that you can get a 1-year General Work Visa if your SAQA certificate has not yet been published or adjudicated, so to say. So it says, if you can prove that you applied for SAQA, you can apply for a 1-year General Work Visa. Once SAQA comes out, you need to provide Home Affairs with your SAQA certificate, and then you can get the additional 4 years. There's no clarity how this is going to work. So the first question is obviously, how does the mission, because predominantly these will be missions adjudicating, how do they determine that you actually met the initial scorecard requirements of the NQF level 7? okay, maybe they accept bachelor degrees, maybe they accept foreign honours degrees, and that gives an indication, therefore you get 1 year. But I think the minister needs to clarify that, because it's not clear really how this is going to be looked at, okay? Or how is it meant really? And then obviously practically, they come to South Africa on a 1 year. Now SAQA comes out, SAQA confirms level 8. They meet the requirements of the scorecard, fantastic. Do you go to VFS? Is it another application? Do you then submit the SAQA certificate? Can you do it electronically? But how would they then extend the visa? Because remember, you only have a 1 year sticker in the passport, but you want to have the 4 years or 5 years, additional 4 years. So that's all a bit unclear. However, I'm sure in the future it will be clarified and we will have clarity. But at the moment, these are the two big question marks for me, the proficiency in language and that SAQA 1 year, kind of 1 year work visa. That's for me a bit strange. Just jumping quickly to critical skills, because there's also a waiver for critical skills, the same like 1 year critical skills if your SAQA is not out. That for me makes sense, perfect sense, because it's clear that you're falling into the category of the critical skills. Therefore, you already have 100 points according to the scorecard. So for me, then the determination if you meet the requirements is 100% clear. So critical skills, 1 year critical skills with a pending SAQA application makes for me 100% sense and is clear. But how it works for general work, where the NQF level is such a vital criteria, I don't know. But I will ask, and maybe somebody of Home Affairs watches the video and then they can give us answers. But I think that's just still needs to be clarified. But otherwise, overall, great work. I'm excited, and so are my fellow immigration practitioners. I know that. So yeah, that's good, and bye-bye.